He'll come back.
Hey, welcome to the show, everyone. Glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here. Got Echo over here in the box. Got
Hey,
the
well,
robe down there, Zinc Master. Got Hasbro. Hang on, guy. Got Hasbro. I'm having to put back in. Appreciate you guys in the side chat showing up. I'm gonna go ahead and say this: from America to Europe, your show for firearms and reloading content. Sorry, I messed that up. But anyway, you get the point. Everybody in Europe, tune in, watch the show, participate. We want you here in America. And we'll talk guns and how you're different over there versus us. So hopefully some new people will hop in here in the future.
they'll come. It still takes a bit to get the live stream to go. I mean, it's funny because I did recently one live stream and I got I couldn't believe how many people logged in. It blew me away.
I missed that,
You
I
know,
think, didn't I?
yeah, I had my
Yeah.
first live stream. And I just called it a test, and it was like, wow, there was so many people coming on.
I think I jumped in that, didn't I?
I don't remember. Yeah, probably did, but
Yeah, I think I
it
did.
was good.
Yeah. Hey, man, we got a good audience. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog out there, Chris 740, Uncle John, Andy over here joining us, Hasbro down here. Appreciate you guys coming in. Georgia Trappings in here saying hello. He's here in Georgia. Tim S is with us. Michael Hurtnick. Michael, I apologize to you, man. I've been late getting Echo the phone number to him in text about that 458 SOCOM, so I apologize for that. But he's got your number, and we'll talk to you, and we'll talk about it tonight. Let's talk about that some, Echo.
Yeah,
After Andy
we
gets
can do
through.
that. Yeah.
Take it over, Echo, and then go around the box.
All right. Well, appreciate you having me on, AR. Everyone in the side chat, it's great to see you tonight, and I hope you're having a good night. Happy Thursday to you. We're almost at the end of the week, and I've been doing all right, and got to eat some Outback Steakhouse tonight, so I was pretty happy with that. Other than that, that's about what's been going on. Let's see, who am I
Sounds
handing
good.
it off to?
Pass it around to Andy and go to Hasbro, and then we'll go back to got our guest on here, Zinc Master. He wants to talk and he's got some good info for us. Take it
Okay.
away, Andy.
All right. Yeah, just say hello to everybody. Thanks for coming in. I'm just going to do a slight update after we all get our hellos out of the way on my 300 blackout upper and what other new things are going on.
Sounds good. How's it
Hasbro.
going, Hasbro? How you doing? Can you hear me, Hasbro?
Well, guys, I keep trying every connection I have, and nothing's working
Okay.
so far.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm trying everything I have. Starlink's let me down on the first side of it, then DSL on the back side, and a phone on the third.
We hear you, Hasbro. I don't know if you hear us.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't
Well,
hear us.
I'm glad to be with you guys tonight. Looking forward to the show. Bear with me. I'll keep trying to get my connection going, but
Okay, man.
I'll mute in the meantime.
He's going to reconnect, ladies and gentlemen. So he'll be back. Hope you good to see you all on the side chat. James Pollard jumped in. Uncle John, Cranky Cletus, Hobbies Hobo. We appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. Critter, can't forget him. And go ahead, Andy. What you got for us tonight, man?
All right. My adventures into 300 blackout. A lot of you know I picked up an upper, and I went to shoot it last weekend. And I didn't have any sights or anything, so I just was trying for functionality. Did a ladder test. I'm using, believe it or not, Shooter's World tactical rifle. It's just pretty close to H335, and in cast loads. That's H335 is listed for some cast loads. So I put together a ladder test, 2 of each bullet. Starting, I forgot 15 grains and up to 18 grains and half grain grains up, half grain intervals. And going by the good old low book. So I made a couple dummy rounds chambered. So I loaded, went to the range. First one goes off, no problem, except didn't lock the bolt open. The second one chambers, it won't chamber. It was a nightmare to get out of the gun. Okay, so now I go up to the next charge level, whatever, 15.5. First one chambers, fires, no problem. Second one won't chamber. Nightmare to get out of the gun. I mean, it was really stuck. This bolt slams home hard. So after playing around, and I got a few more to go off, and I said, all right, there's something definitely up. So when I got home, I took the upper off, and nothing wrong with the upper. Okay, nothing that you can see. So I go back to the loading manuals, start measuring, and I said, no, got exactly. I didn't make a mistake. It's what the loading manual says. I'm using oh God, I'm bad with mold numbers. It's a 180 grain pointed Lyman mold, 30 cal, 309. And I'm looking at the book. I said, you know what? I'm going to just, load it, not crimp one, and put it in and slam the bolt home a few times to see what happens. And every time I slammed the bolt home, it got shorter and shorter and shorter till I got to 2.06 as a measurement, down from 2.11, which is what the book lists. Now, it's funny, they have another bullet listed on that page, and it's listed as 206. So I think they reversed the two bullets, because if you look at the one I have, it's the meat plat is beefier than the one next to it. Okay, so to me, it looks like they mixed the numbers up. So I loaded up, made 5 dummy rounds, full crimps. I crimp everything. Not a heavy crimp. It's a light crimp, but crimped. Loaded up a magazine. I don't know, 8 or 9 of them. It wasn't a full magazine. Everyone in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. I go back to my live round. Take the first one. Won't close the bolt. So I take it out. I magic marker up the bullet, and it's scraping everywhere. It's like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
So the day at the range was a flop, other than I got to, some shot, some didn't, some chambers, some didn't. It was weird. It just how it worked out. I don't know why. At 16.5 grains, the bolt locked back. So, all right. So I got an 18 grain. The other 17.5 I couldn't get them to go 18 grains. Fired the two 18 grain ones I fired, and they both functioned, and the bolt was back. So I'm going to be between 16.5 and 18 grains. But now that I have the problem solved, we'll see what goes from there. In the meantime, from the beginning, I wanted to buy a bolt rifle, not really an AR upper. And I found one today. And it's being shipped as we speak.
Oh.
What is
So I
it?
got the Mossberg, what do they call it? MVP Patriot.
Yeah.
Okay. Uses AR magazines. Okay. And then I'm going to get to play with the bullet length. Okay, for sure, on that rifle. Hopefully they'll be the same length. I really hope I get lucky so I don't have to make 2 different rounds as far as lengths go. But I do plan to load those down, like I load my 30-06 down and my 223 down. I'm using that Winchester Super Handicap powder. And I finally got the real data I needed for quick loads. Okay, it's not for that powder, but I spoke to quite a few different people about the powder recently, including Winchester, and they said, go with green dot loads. You'll be happy. He says, I said, well, that's what I've been doing. Okay, playing with that level, but I'm going to probably be able to load somewhere in the area of, I would say between 6 and 7 grains of that powder, and have it fully. I just got to find the accuracy note for that. That powder charge. And again, it's a 180 grain bullet. In zinc, it's 115 grains. So I got my new scope for the AR, and that's all mounted and laser sighted. So we'll see where that happens. And so I ordered a new scope for the other rifle tonight. So I'm just waiting for everything to happen. And that's about it. If you have any questions you want to ask me about my 300 blackout, I mean, I cut the brass. Okay, no problem. I bought that cheap chop saw. I bought a Z, I think it is ZED. They have the jig, and it's the one that pushes in, has the ball bearing in it. So it, automatically sets the length for you every time. Set it up. I'm not sure where I'm cutting it at the length. I forgot what that number was, but I'm trimming to, I'm bad with the numbers, guys. So bet 1 point, what's the numbers for 1.0, 1.63? I forget the number. I'm bad with that stuff in my head. I got that stuff in front of me. I forget. Anyway, it's 6. Everybody trims it to like 5.8. I'm trimming at 6.0. And I bought the world's, fastest trimmer type thing. And boom, I got that thing set exactly. Everyone comes out. I have the case gauges. I have a neck gauge, which I use is called from Wyndham. Okay, Wyndham makes these case gauges for checking your bump back. They're like, depending on the case you're doing, they're anywhere from like $59 to about $120. All you do is drop your bullet in it, put the cap on it, turn it, and it'll tell you on the gauge right on the thing if you're plus or minus Sammy, wherever you are.
I've used it.
I have them for 223, 30-06, and now for the 300 blackout. And they're accurate. They work. And all the brass I'm making, I'm sending to Sammy 0. So they're coming out more or less +1 or -1, but most of them are coming out at 0. And and then again, everything is working perfectly and no issues making it. I'm only using LC brass. Okay, I mean, I just pulled out my containers of 223 brass, and it's like I didn't even make a dent in what I pulled out, and I have about 800 rounds already. Ready to go. So that's about it. I just want to let everybody know where I'm at with the 300 blackout. So obviously I have a new rifle coming when I get that and whatnot from there.
What brand upper did you buy or did you build from
Bear
parts?
Creek. I bought a Bear Creek.
Okay.
All right. I really wasn't going to go spend a lot of money on it. And again, the 249. Everyone else was 350, 400, 450. It's like, nah. As I'm trying to do this cheap, it's not. I'm not hunting with it. It's a plinking gun. That's all it really is. Okay, and so, but I like it. It's a nice upper. It's clean. I can't, They ship it in a nice box. I mean, it comes in it's foam fitted at the ends and holds everything. There's foam in the middle, so it can't bow up and down. And it was from the day I placed the order. It was 4 days later. It was in my hands.
Oh, wow. That's
So,
good service.
And now I'm just this bolt action that I just bought is from arguns.com. Okay. They're the only one that had it in stock. I searched, you can't have no idea how many places I searched. And I had it in my favorite list for a few days now. And today I got an email from them, 15% off if I buy it. So I saved $50. It was delivered to my FFL is $660.
What barrel length is it? T-Dub wants to know.
Oh God, you know what? Good luck. I didn't even look. That's kind of dumb, isn't it?
Be careful! Don't smoke that cigarette in reverse.
No, I know. I'm looking. I was looking for my program to open up to see if it says it in the email.
Got Hippo with us. D-Dub was with us. G23 is with us. Good to see you guys.
Does it say in here?
Got Jamie with us. You got a link, by the way, Jamie. CW got one to the phone, too.
All right, I gotta go to the website. So bear with me a moment. You guys pick it up. I'll come back as soon as I get the information.
I got to go to the truck here in a little while and get my barrel out of the truck.
Yeah, don't forget to don't leave that in the truck. Even, just for corrosion reasons, not a good idea.
I'll ship it out hopefully tomorrow. Get it sent
Let's
back.
see. Okay. Where the hell's in? Let me find my. I can't believe I don't know that in my head. I'm like, are you kidding me, Andy? You didn't even do it? Let's see what it says.
I'm going to put me a comfortable chair in here and make me a little desk and sit back like Andy. Relax.
It's 16.25 inches. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Plus a muzzle brake.
Yeah. So you got a threaded barrel if you ever want to get a can.
Well, I can't get a can in New York, so.
Oh, okay.
Until they beat that situation. But I don't care about, you know what? I really don't care about the can. I'm not, how do I put it? I'm not out there. I'm just out there having fun. Okay. I mean, I'm at a range, right? So if, everybody's shooting anyway. So it's like the can doesn't do me much good.
Nope.
Jamie says his pop's in the hospital. MacMan.
What happened
there? He sent me a text. He can't join the show. He's busy. He's getting another truck up and running, I think he said. I appreciate you dropping by, though, Mac. Miss you, man. Miss all you guys, actually. Seems like it's been quite a while.
It has been.
Yeah.
A little bit for a minute.
Yeah. Had a lot going on. Not only just health, working on cars, getting frustrated at a car I'm working on, a project that it's wearing me out like about 100 degrees here in Georgia at times, feels like. About to drop dead outside. And the other day it was so hot I left, a Coney connector, and I don't have air in my truck. It went out. And I put my hands on the steering wheel and it burned my hands. I had to go down to the low part because I don't have one of those, windshield blockers, shades, window shades actually. But anyway, after Zinc Master gets through, we're going to talk SOCOM, Bushmaster.
Well, that's about it. You got the show. I kind of gave you everything unless somebody had a question. That's all.
Anybody got questions out there? Let's throw some in there for Andy if you want questions about it. I've never did blackout. I have an interest in the 450 Bushmaster. Actually, I think my interest is changing to the 458 SOCOM, and that's because Echo said about the shoulder of it. But I showed my brother days ago the 450 on the shelf at the Academy in Athens, Georgia. I said, man, tell me this ain't a hog thumper. I mean, that'll thump a hog like you wouldn't believe.
I don't want to buy anything. I don't need anything that big. I got a 3006. That's all I need.
I got that. I got one of those old Remington ADL bolt. They made them back they made them up 2005. Made them a little bit later. Now they went to synthetic stock. I have the old laminate stock that's real heavy, waterproof.
Yeah, mine's a wood stock. Was it MR77? Mm-hmm. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm. No, mine's a Remington 700.
Yeah.
Called BDL. No, mine's ADL, excuse me. BDL was more advanced. Mine don't have the floor plate. It's the old Remington.
Yeah, mine's got Ruger.
Let's blow Echo up here and look at that thing. Man, don't that blue look good? People Cass say that it does, but I think that blue looks cool. That is one fine round.
Yeah,
I want a hog hunt.
That's
I've been wanting to do it for years.
Yeah, I'll do it with my 3006.
Wow. Now, is that the same size as the 450 Bushmaster, or a little larger bullet?
This is a little larger.
Wow.
The 450 Bushmaster's I don't think it's 458. I think it's 45. What is that? 45. This is the same bullet that the 4570 shoots.
That's a big bullet.
The 450 Bushmaster shoots it's a 45 caliber. It's 45. Right. Yeah, this is almost 46 caliber.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking you told me that. But for the audience, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, they're little smoking bullets, and they feed really well in the AR-15 because they are still a bottleneck cartridge. This piece of brass is Starline. You can get this from Starline, and I load this stuff as the first cartridge I ever loaded. And basically, the cool thing about it is this is a Desert Eagle 50 caliber Action Express parent cartridge, where they just neck it down to 458 SOCOM. And but this cartridge on the back here, that's 50 caliber Action Express, and then it's just necked down to the 458, and it presents a very good loading bullet for the 458 SOCOM in an AR-15.
That came about because of Special Forces, right, Echo?
Yes, the Special Forces wanted a round that would take a individual soldier down or stop a motor vehicle, a truck, or a light armored motor vehicle, be able to stop it by shooting the engine and drivetrain. And they needed something that would do that. And the 458 SOCOM won the contract for that as an anti-material weapon.
I was thinking, it seemed like I read it was Mogadishu. They used that.
Yes.
Something. Yeah, I was reading a little bit of the history of it a little earlier, but I didn't read the whole article. I just wanted to find out a little bit about it.
It was because of Mogadishu that they actually came out with this.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because they were shooting at vehicles and not being able to stop them. Even with belted 240 Bravos, they were shooting at cars and not getting them to stop quick enough. They needed something that had a little bit more thump to it.
Big Al's jumped in there. Good to see you, Big Al. The Grindle's what I'd like to have, too. I'd like to have the Grindle and hog hunt eventually.
My cat is in here crying.
Is your connection good now, Hasbro?
Well, I've gone from Starlink to DSL to cell phone 3 times, and cell phone's working. So I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me good now?
I can hear you good.
Okay, you're coming through good. And you're clear.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like, man, you pay $135 a month to Starlink, you expect a lot more.
Well, hey guys, I had to call. I've been having a problem about 2 weeks with this internet. I've been testing a little bit, so I called today. I'm having issues. They had to put in a ticket, and when you call them, it's weird on a fiber optic. They sit there and make a weird sound on your phone. It goes, we're analyzing your phone. Bear with us. It's just weird. But finally I got on a person. I said, hey, this is not work right. Well, she brought my speeds up to about 800 something to 900 megabits per second, up, download and upload. And then turned around, it crapped out. Then she had to put in a ticket. I said, whatever you did, it worked. But
let me pause. I say that I hate people that kind of speed. Nothing personal.
Hey, the good thing about mine is, though, to be honest, if it does go bad, I usually got a plenty to still stream on, believe it or not. Like I got 48 megabits per second. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like mine. You think I'd live in the middle of nowhere, and I really don't. Just the edge of a town, but I must have a perfect spot. Maybe this side of hell, just right here.
Heck, I started out Hasbro in 2005 and 6 with 1.5 megabit ADSL, and finally went to VDSL, and I was only, even last year, I was at 14 upload and 70 something download. 2 lines, dual, and that's all I had. About twice a year, that's all I had was modem failures here.
Wow.
And it just went on and on and on. And at times I'm not happy with a fiber optic, though. It's just fickle. I told the lady today, I said, your fiber optic's fickle. It just goes up and down. It's a learning curve.
Yeah, you think it'd be rock solid all the time.
And at times it can be. And it was a few weeks back when I was streaming. It just started, I think, 10 days ago. I started checking it. Info Bros is with us. Good to see you, Info. Appreciate you dropping in. Mark Thomas is with us. G's still with us. Appreciate you guys dropping by. It's good to see y'all. Hang on, I'm checking text. Oh, CW. My ill brother stopped over. I haven't seen him. Okay, his CW's got company. I sent him a link. Jamie's got a pop in the hospital, so he might join us later. But yeah, good to have you on, Andy. Always a pleasure, man. Hearing your info and your tech stuff and talking. We were going to do a lot too, some show and tell. What are we reloading on? What new guns we got? Anybody got anything new? Hasbro? Anybody in the side chat? Tell us. What have you bought or what is it you want in the future here?
All right. Thanks for having me on. I'm going to bail.
All right, man.
Bedtime already. Pills kicking in. So I will catch you on the flip. And hopefully, I've been so busy just making brass right now. But hopefully, I'm going to make a few videos. I want to show how I make the brass. I want to show the information about the book being wrong and what I found. And I also got another new item. I bought the Frankfurt Arsenal funnel system.
Oh, okay.
And I'm impressed. I just got it today. I'm impressed. It's
Awesome.
It's really nice, and because I started buying those single funnels for single calipers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them. The fine powders are getting caught inside of it. There's like a little edge in the inside, and it gets caught on them. And you got to really bang the thing to get the powder to come out. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I'll sit here for another maybe 5 or 10 minutes, listen, and I'll catch you over in the next few days.
Well, appreciate you coming on, Andy. It's always
Thanks
great to have you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Come on more often.
Yeah.
You're
no
welcome.
problem.
He leaves as soon as I get on. I've chased off better, but not many.
I'm a 9 o'clock guy in bed. I get up at 4:30, 4:45, depending on how often I hit the snooze button. So,
I used to do that, Andy. I used to go to bed sometimes at 7:30, 8:30 at night.
All right, guys. Catch you. Have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah. Good to see you, man. Take care. I always like hearing from Andy. He's always
Andy's a great guy. He is a wealth of information, especially if you want to know about loading zinc bullets and using zinc. Very knowledgeable on that and all aspects of reloading.
I was telling him earlier when I was on the backside, guys, I says, boy, I knew he would know. I said, you know what it's like to pull a 30-year-old car, a car that's over 30 years old that hasn't been driven, pull it back into operation. It has become a big job. And
Oh yeah.
Boy. And I need you to look for parts for me still. I got to look more in Georgia.
Dude, I told you, classic Corvette in Apopka, Florida.
I'll call them.
If you call them, they'll have the part. Yeah. They'll know exactly what you're talking about, and they'll be like, bam, because they have all those hard to get parts.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, they're a number to have in your phone.
Yeah, I kind of went in there and ripped out what they call the door seal, and when I did it, I actually bent the plastic. I'll just admit it, and I actually did something else. I won't get into that, but it's been a pain. We're talking probably $5,000 cash to pull that motor back out, at least $4,000 to $5,000, just to pull that thing back up and get it on the road ready. Now, when I get it road ready, it's going to be a blast. I still got the original Freon in it, or at least the old style, 12, and it's still blowing cold. I checked it the other morning, and it was in the green on the AC thing. Stuck it in the dash, the little vent thing. But I'm tired of burning up. I'm tired of a 4-speed. I've got health issues. I cannot stand a straight shift anymore. I am fed up with it. I want to get in an automatic 10-speed air, electric seats. And even though it's a sports car, I still like the electric seats because sometimes you just want to tilt back. And I want to just cruise and have a good time and relax. And straight shifts are just a pain to me, especially an old truck I got 4-wheel.
Yeah.
We're not talking about short shift here. We're talking about big old long shifts. So it's just, God, drives me nuts. But good to see you in the side chat. What's Big Al got saying here? Big Al, wonder what I've done to make YouTube mad now. They gave me a warning about saying idiot on a comment that was on a porno court case. Oh boy. The porno fan is okay. Calling me the guy an idiot. No go. Huh.
Big Al, what did you really
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, YouTube is so. These social media platforms, they're just
they're weird.
Yeah, so thank God at least they let us all get together on here and hadn't barred us all. But heck,
they're trying to, and if you're not swimming with what they're spilling,
yep,
they're give you a hard time. Sorry to hear about that, Big Al.
Got a win in New York from the Supreme Court.
There, Echo.
Hey, we got a win in the Supreme Court over New York Kerry. I should have addressed that with Andy. See what he had to say about it. That was good. But then we got a loss with, 14 senators in the Senate going to pass the first major gun control legislation in 26 years. Thank you there, GOP. Appreciate
but
it.
it's common sense. What a bunch of garbage.
They're going to be unsealing juvenile records and all kinds of stuff. Well, that's been going on, being sealed since before I was born, or when I was a little kid. I remember.
Yeah, it was done that way to protect the children.
So anyway, enough of that. We'll go a little political occasionally, guys, but because it affects us, this stuff does. Critters, I called a bunch of morons.
I'm going to switch networks.
I can't say that. That reminds me of a movie, Deadwood. Do what now, Hasbro? What did you say, Hasbro?
Did he clip out?
Okay.
Yeah, I switched networks.
Okay.
So now I'm back on Starlink.
So what do you think of Starlink?
Good
sometimes not. Sucks.
So far, I'm in an area that's not officially covered, and the speeds during 5 to 10 are terrible. And middle of the night, I can get 140 plus, like 2 a.m.
I think it's maybe good for war-torn countries like Ukraine. I hear from what I read, but I don't think I'd want to. I might want it if they improve it for cabin and out in the wilderness. I can see it being effective. But unless they improve it, if that's what it's all about, I got a feeling they're going to collapse as a company. So much for Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean, the system when you're in the good coverage is awesome. But right now, they just don't have enough satellites up.
That's the problem right there. Eventually, they will have enough satellites where you will get awesome coverage 24/7.
And that's also another fear, guys.
We're on the very start of it.
I've been hearing
Emperor Bro just spilt the beans.
Yep.
I'm officially
Happy
old
birthday
today.
to you. Happy birthday, Ezra. How old are you, man?
Man, I got to turn that microphone down. I got to turn the speaker down.
When I say happy birthday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, sing, Echo.
What? Whose birthday is it?
Hasbro.
Oh, is it really? Oh, awesome. Happy birthday to you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
I about blew him out with saying happy birthday loud.
Oh,
I may not have my compressor.
The problem is
I'm that loud, Hasbro?
No, I was just teasing you.
Oh, okay. I thought I had a compressor on. So
your audio is it's awesome all the time, man. Yours is never wrong.
I appreciate it, man. I spent enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I was messing with this today.
Yeah, I'm catching up and I'm leaving Echo, I think, in the dust. I'm somewhere right between there, I think.
He's got a good headset. Yeah, I was messing with I got 2 foam things for this today. One foam is thick and it makes you tones your voice down a little bit. And I actually figured out how to take this one off and I actually add it.
If I ever get a good signal, I want to show you guys a target I worked on.
Okay, let's see it. I'll blow you up.
I can set it up,
and
if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So here's the first 300 hammer, right? At 50 yards, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 5, and here's 10 right there. So I'm thinking, okay, that's not too bad at 50 yards, right? Mm-hmm. This is my also brand new 6mm arc. That one was the first shot after cleaning, 4 there. Same thing here, first shot after cleaning, 4 there. and then the first 5 right there. So it's shooting great. The hammer, you think, looks good. And then I move over to 100 yards, and I could have hit my camera. It was so bad.
Wow.
The same
Opened
exact
up.
ammo.
Hmm.
And look, you can't hardly see it in that picture, but see that top target? It's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Are the
I'm about
bullet
to tear the
holes
gun down.
round?
Opening up. Yeah, it's not going sideways, is it?
No, it's mainly vertical, some diagonal dispersion. So I'm going to go through and literally retorque the barrel nut, check all the screws in the scope, reset it. It's a quick release scope. It's a Riton, a new one to me. It seems solid, but maybe it's not. I don't know. So as part of that, I just went ahead and bought normal rings to put on it and eliminate the quick release part of it. So we'll see what it takes to figure it out.
How many foot-pounds are you on the barrel nut?
45.
Okay, that's perfect.
You'd think.
I would, yeah, I'd go back to that setting, just retorque it, and make sure it's at 45.
Bending Ballistics got a question. What's the twist rate?
And it was the best fitting barrel to upper receiver I've done. I mean, it was so tight. You had to use a mallet lightly to get it in there. It was just a beautiful fit. You wouldn't think you'd have any issues, but I don't know. Something's going on. It's one of the Wilson's best barrels. They're 18-inch, whatever. But
what's the twist on the hammer? What's the twist on the hammer, Hasbro?
You get 1 and 13 or 1 and 15. I got 1 and 13 because I wanted to shoot the heavier end of the bullets.
Okay.
But and that the one target. Well, here I can show you this one. These are my first hand loads. Okay, at 100. Excuse me, like this. These are my first hand loads right there. So I'm thinking, okay, for a hand load, I got a lot of development I can do. That's Wilson factory ammo, and so is that. 2 different types of factory ammo.
Wow.
And they had great standard deviations, like 9 feet per second from the factory ammo, which is great for factory ammo. And yet they spread like that. So I got a lot of stuff to figure out.
That barrel does not like that particular charge or that powder or that bullet. Something it's not liking.
That one's the 125 grain stuff, and man, it was horrible. This one is the 130 grain, and it's only 4 shots. It was starting to look a little bit better, but there's nothing like sideways in the holes or like you'd expect it to be in an ellipse or something. They all look good and clean, but I don't know.
Might be that slow twist rate is what's causing that problem. I bet maybe if you get to a heavier bullet, it's going to start to stabilize that bullet to the point where
I have 150s.
Yeah, I would try that.
I took to that point. I go right in the middle of their recommended ranges and bullets. And this is one of the, it's not an expensive bullet. These are just the Hornady 125 standard stuff. They're not good. I don't expect great accuracy, but but my groups with the cheap bullet were better than the factory ammo with the expensive bullet. So there's something else going on. I just got to find it, but I'll tear it down tomorrow and take it out. Maybe Saturday again.
Bending says, did you reset your barrel nut 3 times? I call it seasoning the threads, but similar.
Yeah.
Same thing. Did you?
Yeah.
Some people do that. Some don't.
Oh, I do it on every build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bending's asked, did I reset the barrel nut 3 times? I reset it at least twice that I remember. I can't remember if I did the third, but I'm about to do it 4, 5, 6, whatever it takes. But you're right about setting those threads and all. And I'll check that, Bending.
What grain is your projectile on that 6mm arc, Hasbro?
The ones I shot were 85 grain, and it's a 1 and 7 twist.
Okay.
And 85 grains was doing just over 3,000 feet per second, almost 3,100 feet per second. And it was shooting at 50 yards. It was shooting lights out. And I was literally just breaking the barrel in, and I did it while the 300 hammer was cooling down. So I'd shoot it and break it in, and swap back and forth kind of thing. But I was, the frustrating thing is I felt like I was shooting really good that day, and you could see it on the 6mm arc. I did my slow motion video there. And I really when I had that, I really started getting a little bit anal about watching my form and, how steady I am and how my breathing was. And it's like, I couldn't find anything really wrong. I didn't feel like anything was wrong. And yet the groups just went like a shotgun. So I don't know.
I was going to shoot.
I had the same thing on 6.5 Grendel, and I figured it out. So.
Got Bending Ballistics out there. Good to have you, Bending. Mark Thomas, GGW Reloading's with us.
Yeah, thanks. I've seen Bending for that information. Thanks there about those weights, because I have 105 and 107. That's as heavy as I have, and I figured that's where I was going to stop anyway. But it's a ballistics advantage barrel, a good barrel, not real $100 or $220 or something like that. But boy, it shot great for a brand new barrel.
Yeah, I'd like to do that SOCOM round eventually. I'm probably going to do the Grendel first, but I am interested in those big. I like big bullets like that. Just especially you hit a deer with a big bullet like that, boy, it's going to drop like a rock.
You hit anything, including the steel holder for targets.
Knock them over.
And it's going to put a hole right through it, right through hardened steel. It went right through there, and I was like, oh my God. And the reason being, I had a very, very light bullet, arrow precision trigger that I had changed the spring weights in, but made it a little bit lighter, but left the factory mil spec hammer spring. Just changed out the connector or the sear spring and the disconnector, and the trigger spring. And I took it down there to the shop, and I was test firing it, and I was getting ready to fire the first round, and I pulled the trigger, and when it fired, it went off, and I was really surprised by how much recoil it had. And when it came forward, I let off, reset the trigger. It came forward more, and I bump fired it, and it shot up and hit the track in the range. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I immediately, pulled that trigger out and went to a little bit heavier trigger that had like a 4-pound trigger pull in it.
Info Bros says something about if China starts taking out Elon's satellites. What I was getting at earlier, that I'm reading, and everybody's reading this, I know, that if we keep launching satellites the way that he wants to, that we will literally not even be able to watch the stars through those things anymore. There'll be so many satellites won't be able to see space.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love satellites.
There's a big debate about that. It's big negative, too many of them. You can't just astronomers need a view, and if you put too many satellites, I think there won't like 10,000 or 30,000, and basically we'll just have junk up there floating everywhere. Eventually, be like a freeway to hell in heaven. But we don't really need that. We don't need that many satellites, and there's a lot of controversy about it. That's what I was getting at. But in some ways, they're great. But I remember the first rock concert that I even remember, it was satellite. Anybody know who that was? Come on, you rock guys. Somebody got to know some rock info here. Who's the first one to broadcast satellite? Was it the Beatles? Or was it one man? I think over 1 billion people watched it. Elvis Presley, in 1973, was the first to broadcast in rock and roll around the world. And it kind of blew his mind, I think, at the time. Nope, it wasn't Bending. It wasn't the Stones or the Beatles. It was Elvis Presley. I think they said over about 1 billion people probably viewed that originally.
Holy.
And he was very excited about it, though. It was. They said he got stayed straight, I think, for 30 days, and clear head. And as soon as the concert was over, went out again. If you know what I mean. Pressure, I guess, from the business. But, Starlene went down again. Hasbro says back in 5 minutes. Elvis Ammo.
I've been
Elvis Presley, not Elvis Ammo.
drinking this Ocean Spray.
There's only one Elvis, and it ain't on YouTube.
We got a
Oh,
lot of
baby.
Elvises.
Yeah, dude, but there's only one Elvis. That's fact.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna run and move a Wi-Fi repeater. I'll be back in just about 2 or 3 minutes.
No,
All
man,
right, brother.
We'll be here. We're probably going to wind this down about 15, 20 minutes. I'm only going to go probably a little over an hour tonight. And I appreciate you guys turning out. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
We've had about
we were
28
gonna-
and 30 something pegging here tonight. We appreciate the turnout.
Yeah. But we're wanted to know a little bit more about the 458 SOCOM.
Talk about
The magazines you want to be using are Lancer, and you want to cut a little bit of the material out of the front of the mag where you cut a small U with a Dremel tool, grind it down a little bit more, and cut that small U in the front. And that enables it to feed the bigger bullets out of the SOCOM without any problem. If you have any questions or want to buy a barrel, gas block, and crush washer and muzzle device, contact Tony over at Tromex. And lead delivery machines, Tromex lead delivery machines, I think is his ad. But he was the original.
Bending says, Echo, do not cut the mags. I wonder what he's talking about versus you. Huh. I guess some things may work different for other people. Have you always cut your mags, Echo?
Yeah, the guy that designed the first AR-15 to fire 458 is the one that did my mags.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm going to take his word over anybody else's because he designed the first AR-15 to fire the 458 SOCOM cartridge that was designed by an Asian guy. And he and Tony over there at Tromex actually designed the weapon system to fire it when the SOCOM, the people, the government wanted that particular round for anti-material use after Mogadishu happened, where they had.
Bending says it's the follower that was apparently was the issue, but I haven't read that. I don't know enough to comment on that, Bending. So.
Well, here's the thing. The rounds, when you load a magazine for 458, they stand almost vertical on top of each other. There's very slight stagger. So the magazine holds 10 rounds. A 30-round magazine only holds 10 rounds.
Okay. So, he says it was only when flat nose rounds were around. Now, he says. Okay. Let me show you all my Father's Day gift. Big shotgun shell. I got a thermos over there, guys. This says Big Shot. And you open it up, y'all probably know what it is. Let me blow me up here. I know it's not that interesting, but I'll show you anyway. And you pull out. Cool. My daughter gave me that for Father's Day. All your brushes. And it goes back in the case. And I'm going to try it out, and I'll let you all know how it works out. It's pretty expensive. Surprised me. Big Shot. Even got the crimp, looks like, on the bottom. But anyway, that was nice of her. Actually, I just got it today for my Father's Day, so it was kind of late gift.
These are the bullets I usually shoot through it. These are basic flat nose, like what
grain is it?
Ballistic. These are 325 grain Acme, like a semi-wad cutter, flat nose, and it's got a crimp groove and some lube grooves in it, but these are high-tech coated, and these are 458 SOCOM, 458 diameter,
Now, what grain
And,
was the blue tip you showed earlier on the SOCOM? What was that
350, and I think they're Barnes TTSX.
Sorry.
The tipped Barnes solid copper, and they're very accurate, but they're expensive. I mean, you will pay a fortune for the bullets if you're reloading them, and if you're buying them straight out right, loaded from I think Black Butterfly is where I got them, is almost $65 a box or something like that, real close to that for 20 rounds.
We got Highboy with us, 76 Highboy reloading. Appreciate you dropping in, Highboy. Good to see you.
Yeah, and then make sure if you haven't stopped by and checked out Highboy's forum at 76highboy.com. Yeah, go by and do that. It's got a good forum with a great bunch of folks hanging out there, doing a lot of reloading and just basic gun stuff, and all kinds of cool forums talking about all kinds of stuff.
Bending says he's got 10 round mags at 458 SOCOM, shot 1,100 rounds through, countless mags. I've never cut a mag. Oh, well, I don't know can't really comment on that because I'm not that familiar with the round or the mag.
What's the heaviest you shot?
Hasbro back like a wind. Okay, I won't say that. All right, Hasbro, behave. Yeah, it's a good forum, guys. Check him out. Pro 2A, conservative. No goofballs over there. So, good guys.
Yeah, Echo, you're mentioning what, 458 SOCOM? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
I'm about to start loading 450 Bushmaster. I have an upper the friend of mine loaned to me to shoot on the channel, and I got to figure out what to load for it.
That's the round I'm interested in. Like I said, I was showing my brother at the Academy. I seen the box up there, and I said, check this out, boy. If this ain't a hog thumper. I mean, that's a big bullet. I've seen shotgun. I think years ago, before we had all this instant streaming, I had a VHS tape, and it showed a guy hunting a deer one day with a shotgun, a slug, and the deer was standing 1 second, and the next second, the deer just, bam, fell over like a building. I mean, didn't run or nothing. I just, bam. I went, wow. Well, I mean, it dropped that deer fast. And apparently, it hit him in the bone, just knocked him out. It almost looked comical the way he fell, the deer. It went so fast.
Cleanest kill I've ever seen on a deer, stills with a 50 caliber soft lead round ball.
Wow.
A buddy of mine were hunting, and he got it before I got it. We were in the same general area. Man, it literally turned it was a doe, jumped up in the air, twisted over, straight down on the back, and didn't move. I've never seen anything that clean at all.
Wow. Yeah, I'd never seen a deer just fall over so quick either in this shot. It was a shotgun. I think he was using slugs.
The big slug.
I used to have an old Winchester, a slug. I had 2 barrels on it, bought it for like $285 in 1985. A Christmas present from my boss that run a dealership. He gave me the money, and I went and bought a kit and had a deer rifle. It wasn't rifled at the time. It was just a deer barrel, shorter, with the sights on it. And then I had the standard barrel. And I can't remember if it was a 1200 or what it was back then. But I wound up trading it for a stupid Browning 20 gauge. I look back on it. I'm not fond of 20 gauges. I like 12 back then. Beat me up more. I like that. Bruised my shoulder. What's Jamie saying? The Second Amendment means a little more.
Like lately, the flintlocks I've been building have been in 54 caliber, but I haven't killed anything with it yet. Just paper. And but those are like, I think if I remember, like 220 grains or something like that, and roughly 2,000 feet per second. So if you're close enough, you're going to kill whatever it hits.
I'm going to touch on that about what I said earlier. Let me tell you something about that law they did, and they can brag on it. It's first law in 26 years. I hate to say it,
Well, they
God,
mushroom out.
it's going to be awful, but we're still going to have a shooting. It's still going to happen. There ain't nothing Congress can do about it. We still got the idiots out there, and they're still going to kill people. It's not the gun. It's not the gun laws that's causing it.
Yep.
And they can do, we're going to do mental health. Yeah, they'll do mental health some, but still not going to go away. You got too many people out there, kids that taught no morals. A lot of no fathers in their life and things like that. And it's just, I had no father, but I didn't turn out to be a thug, so, but that's not going to solve the problem out there. Congress cannot answer that problem with their crap and their laws. And they're going to really feel weird when it keeps happening. What are you going to do now? Oh, well, now we got to change. Now we got to have a database? No, that's not happening. And I think they know it. That's why they didn't put that in there this time. They knew they would be voted out. So. Good things are happening in Second Amendment, but you still can't discount what just happened. And I'll tell you what I think really happened up there. They think they can get voted anyway because the left is so crazy that, hey, they'll vote for us. We can pass this law. We can get by with it. We'll still win the House and the Senate. So it doesn't really matter. We'll stick this gun law in there and show at least we care. But it's not going to do nothing. It's a sad state. I mean, how does these young people want to go on? Here's what's weird. They say mostly they want to go on social media and they want to be famous and be a mass killer. What kind of twisted crap is that?
Here's my thing. Who in the right mind would think that way?
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I want to know.
They want their 15 minutes of fame, but they want to know that they slaughtered somebody. I mean, it doesn't make sense. What's happening?
No morals, just absolutely no care about human life whatsoever.
Well, I'll be honest. You know what them teenagers need? And those young guys, they need their ass kicked. I'll just say it plain and simple. By some guy. Beat their dang ass half off. They'll quit that crap. Excuse my language, guys.
Yeah, but I learned a lot of correction from my father. Tearing into me a few times taught me to be a man. I'm telling you, I picked myself up more than once off the floor and knew damn well why I was getting up off the floor, why I was knocked down on the floor. And I didn't do it again. I just didn't. I just erased that part of my personality. That's gone. I don't need that experience again,
Sorry about that.
I'll tell you guys,
guys. So I apologize for slipping, but sometimes I get frustrated with it. A lot of these kids out there, they do need their butt whipped. My mother was strict on me when I was little. Boy, was she strict. Because I had no father. She thought she was going to be the father too, I guess. But she was very strict on me. So much so I rebelled at one time. But that stuff is normal. But appreciate you guys.
I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can hear me well enough in this connection. I'll tell you a quick story. I had the same kind of thing. That, my father was ex-U.S. Army marksman. He was actually he was a radio man on an artillery battery in Korea. And so that's, he sort of grew up kind of a tough life, and his father was pretty tough. And it was the way it was with us, pretty tough. And when I did anything even halfway across the line, well, you got it. But there was one time where I was wrestling with my younger brother, on a chair, and he fell off. He fell off from 1.5 feet and broke his arm. Well, that's a bad thing. But my dad tore into me, and he got the belt out, and I got it good. But he realized he went too far, and it's probably the best lesson I've ever had in my life. He came back the next day and said he was sorry, And it's one of those lessons. It's like everybody can go a little too far. It's what you do next that really matters. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
But still, you never forgot that day and that lesson that you were taught. Yeah, that was, and that's what all these fatherless homes are breeding. Are the children that are not well disciplined and have no grasp of quality of life, of human life.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
You have to be taught. You have to be taught morals. It ain't something you just pick up by innate nature. Somebody's got to teach you and set an example. But I agree with what High Boy said. Can't kick their butts, but they need their butt kicked.
Yeah.
So they have no conscience. Yeah, that's true. They say it takes a lot. And we're not prone to kill people. It's just not in us to kill. We're typically, that's why the military has to drill it into you, because it's not normal just to want to kill somebody. But yet we got all this, in modern day, we got all these young people going out there and wanting to be famous or whatever to shoot schools up. That's something weird there. It's drugs, morals, a number of things. But anyway, I won't go any further.
Yeah, it's never one exact thing. It's always
it's
a
bunch of things.
compilation of things that go wrong that lead up to something like that.
Yep.
So what we were talking about Bushmaster and the 450 Bushmaster and the 458 SOCOM was basically, I was just saying, the 458 delivers a really good punch. I mean, it's a bottleneck cartridge. It's a low pressure cartridge. It's 35,000 PSI in the AR-15. But even though the AR-15 with a heavy H2 buffer and a flat wire spring, you're still going to get a recoil pulse similar to a 20 gauge shotgun, probably like a single shot 20 gauge. It's a good punch in your shoulder. I've blown up 2 of the Vortex. Who makes that? Which model is that? AR red dot that takes the 9 or the AAA battery or AA battery that you just regular AA battery has a little round circle on the front of it. You unscrew and pull it out, put it in. I've blown up 2 of them on my 458.
I agree with you, Info Bros and Jamie. Yep. Well said.
Yeah, I was reading one of Info Bros things about you're already in the database for NFA items, and that's guaranteed that's true. We're all already in it every time you buy a rifle or a pistol legally, I'm afraid.
Technically, though, there's a law in Congress not to allow that to be computerized, though. Still in effect.
They're getting it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that stops me. I really desperately want to have a suppressor. I have a lot of hearing loss, especially in the right ear. And I want one really bad, but it's just one more database and a pretty high profile one I don't want to be on.
Yeah.
I have hearing in my left ear because of jobs I've did. I was in noisy manufacturing contact lenses. A lot of robotics.
What?
Yeah. I understand that. I've been around molding machines and robotics my entire career, and then there's hereditary to it. My father lost a lot of his hearing. My older brother has, and it's my turn now.
Well, we need somebody, get in the White House and Congress with some strength to us. Like I remember years ago, Ashcroft under Bush says we're going to destroy those records 7 days on the background system. That's what we need now. We need people in government, to somebody conservative running and getting in the White House to implement this stuff and get us back on the right track. Because they're just mission creep when it comes to gun control. What did you say? I cannot hear you.
There's a bit of a side topic maybe for you. You mentioned earlier AR about wanting 6.5 Grendel, which is what that is, right? It's just a dummy round I have loaded up for checking different things. Get myself centered here. Here we go. But the frustrating thing is that new 6mm ARC that I built, those were the first rounds ever fired to that gun, and I couldn't find new brass or new ammunition. So I had to make my own brass out of brand new Starline 6.5 Grendel brass. And it's not hard, you're bumping the shoulder almost nothing, and you're bringing the neck down, then you retrim it. It's really not hard, but it's irritating that Hornady's pushing this round, been pushing it for 2 or 3 years now, and you can't get the components. I mean, it's terrible trying to find brass for this stuff. So I finally had to make my own. And it kills me when I can take brand new brass and make brass for something that's a commercial cartridge,
Yeah.
But anyway, just thought I'd show you that. I had it sitting there on the bench.
I've seen primers come in stock the other day at, was it Midway? 450 small rifle primers, 450 CCI. $99 time you put one box in the thing is $144 to your door. I wouldn't do it. I didn't do it. Even though it was in stock. We don't need a conservative or a liberal. We need a constitutionalist. Yeah, G's right. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, most of the members of Congress don't even know the Constitution. On top of that, but anyway, get away from that. Yeah, I'm interested in the Grendel. I'm interested in the Bushmaster 450, and I like that SOCOM. That's cool. That's a thumper. Now, isn't the 4570 about 500 grains too? Don't those levers, they run about, I heard about 500 grains. Some of them do. 4570. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Echo?
Yeah, you can shoot.
Can you shoot that heavy in the SOCOM you got?
Yeah.
What's the limit on it? No limit on it?
I've seen 560 subsonic grain, 500 grain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotcha.
That's when you need to cut the magazines. That's what I'm. Yeah, when you got a lot of weight out on the front of that bullet.
You cast, right, Hasbro?
What was that?
You cast, right? I forget. There's so many.
I was just going to show this to Echo. You're not a man until you can shoot these without losing your manhood.
What is that?
Lipstick red 45 Colt.
I knew
just happened to be a powder coat I was
lipstick,
trying, but
yeah.
they're definitely lipstick red.
Yeah.
That's what I have too for 458 lipstick red. Yeah, you're a man when you can shoot that at the range around your friends and be like, yeah, you want to shoot some of these, and they're like, what?
Info bros,
I'm like,
good
they're
night,
not
man.
pink.
Appreciate you dropping
easy.
in. Sorry, guys, I got carried away a little bit political there, but sometimes some of this stuff needs to be said, and I want to talk about gun control because it is affecting us. Because on YouTube, we hear a lot about all the good stuff happening. Well, what about the first legislation in 20-something years? That's my point. And Tim S. says, well, sorry, I was away. We lost my daughter's 7-year-old cat. Sorry to hear about that. Hasbro's back with us.
Man,
Hasbro's with us twice. Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay. What is going on here?
Powder coat. I'm going to lose you again.
Okay. There was two of you, Hasbro, down here in my thing.
Yeah, if it comes back, I'm going to show you something that I got in the mail today.
Hey, good evening, Rollis. Rollis Carvelis is with us. Good to see you. Boy's still with us. Good to see you, Tim. Tim S. Appreciate you coming by, G. Dropping in, talking with everybody. It's good to have you guys. What you got there, Hasbro? Got a lot of red tonight.
All right, so this is what I was going to show you. I got in the mail today. So I got to get this camera. It's like everything I'm doing is backwards. So this is that high-tech coating. It comes in these powder, and then you put it inside of acetone and put it on your bullets and stuff. So I'm going to be trying, instead of normal powder coat, I'm going to try this high-tech coating because I bought bullets with it and really liked it. It's really slick. So anyway, I'm going to be trying that this summer. So.
Cool. Let us know how it turns out. Keep us posted.
It's pretty cheap overall, for the amount you get, I think. But
there may be times in the next few weeks. I may be tied up on Thursday. It depends. But I'm going to try to keep a show going. Either me or Echo will fill in, or I'll be here, and he'll fill in if he can. If he can't, I got a lot of things I got to do.
Well, don't leave it to just Echo and me. It gets a bit crazy.
Oh, you did a good job last week. Echo did a great job. That one, show.
That high tech, when you go to spray it, it's going to be a lot of thin coats, brother. It like, you don't spray it on thick like powder coat. You because I used to spray powder coat with a gun too, because you hook it up to like a positive or negative ground source. Like when we used to do rims for motorcycles over at the Ski Nautique plant in downtown Orlando, Florida.
Good night, Bending. I'll get you on here, man. Bear with me. Well, guys, got 22 on. We're gonna wrap it up here shortly. It's already 9:40. I'm keep it
All right.
short.
Yeah, I feel like I've only been on for 5 minutes, and I think I have about 5 minutes.
No, I gave you more screen time than any of us. Blowing up. But it's good to have you on, Hasbro. Appreciate you helping out.
Well, thanks for giving me the invite. I appreciate it.
Always good to have you.
Both you guys.
Thank you, Echo. And what you got going on, Echo? I know what's going on with you, but you got any plans? Holiday? Go to the beach and run around crazy?
The holiday? What holiday?
4th of July.
Oh, 4th of July. No, I'm just going to stay out front and have a cold beer with my neighbor and watch him light off some fireworks.
Actually, we still got about a week, but it'll be here before you know it. Wherever I go, everybody's going, Happy 4th. And I go, hey, we still got time. It's not quite there. I keep wondering, what are they talking about? 4th of July is not here yet. Yeah. It's like they can't wait. Okay, that's good.
He lost it at beer. He just went right to the 4th.
Hey, Georgia Trapping. Thanks for dropping in the chat, man. We'll get you on too one night, Georgia. Tell us about when the trapping season starts and or what you trap, what time of year. Because I'd like to know some of that stuff. Because I'm going to buy me some traps. And matter of fact, I may get with you, send you an email, or maybe call you and talk with you about some of those traps. I know they're not expensive. They're still pretty reasonable. Say it, AR. Preach the Second Amendment. Thank you, Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. Yeah, we need to. I mean, I think some of us are too quiet. We don't want to talk about it occasionally. I don't mind bringing up a little politics, but as long as it's brief, we're okay.
Yeah, you get yourself wound up over a lot, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, as long as we cut it short, it'll be all right. At least everybody knows where we're coming from. And the people rewatching this, hey, there's pro gun guys. And I like to let people know that we're not stupid. We're aware of what they're doing up there in DC. So, but appreciate you guys turning out. What you got? You want to say anything, Echo, or you want to go to Hasbro?
Oh, no. I just appreciate the invite. And to everybody in the side chat, thank you for showing up tonight. Really appreciate it. Tune into our show tomorrow night. Probably going to have Hasbro back on if he wants to come on. And I'm going to be covering some 8.6 again. I may have Eagle run 2-3 on. I will let you know. Yeah, I don't know what his schedule is going to be like just as of yet. So
I did a comment on his thing. I asked him, I said, "You got the gun going or something?" And I think he may be still having some issues. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's an interesting caliber.
See. Yeah, very interesting.
Mm-hmm. We had Walter with us too earlier. He's back again.
Yeah.
8:34. Oh, I'm at the top. Hang on. I'm scrolling up. Let me call you guys out. Indy 79Z28 was with us tonight. I'm here. Echo's here. Hasbro's here. Info Bros is with us. Tim S. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. Tactical FUD. Bending Ballistics. Georgia Trapping was with us. Uncle John was with us. James Pollard. Christmas 740 was with us. Appreciate you guys being here. Tim S. Uncle John. Feels embarrassed when you call these names out. Sometimes there's so many of them you can't, you're going to do it. So, Michael Hurtnick was with us. Uncle John, I called. Chris. Cranky Cletus was with us. Uncle John. James Pollard. Michael Hurtnick, I called. Critter was with us. Walter Bunning was with us earlier. Appreciate you dropping by, Walter. Hope you're doing well. He got banged up here a while back. And I've been there. I've hit a car at about 20 miles an hour when I was young. With my right shoulder. I wished I'd laid the motorcycle down, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get them down.
Mm-hmm. Jamie JH586, he's with us. D-Dub D37 was with us tonight. Reloader 762. And Highboy 76 Highboy was with us, which I hadn't got to yet, but I'll call him out. James Pollard, Hippa, I just call him Hippa. D-Dub, Uncle John, G23 was with us. Good to have you, G. Matt Man jumped in, Big Al. Walter Bunning, I called. New York Outcast. I missed him earlier. Must have been talking, looking away. It's a good thing I'm going through the thing. At least we can acknowledge you guys. Bravo Delta was with us. Good to see you, Bravo Delta. Thanks for dropping in. He was talking about the blackout earlier. Aero Precision. I just built a 300 blackout pistol using a lot of Aero Precision parts. We could have talked about that. We will maybe next time. I like Aero Precision. Good stuff. Info Bros, JH, New York Outcast, Big Al, I called. Let's see. G23. Let me scroll. Big Al, let me scroll it. MCK was with us earlier. Good to have you, MCK. Mark Thomas was with us. Hobbies Hobo. G-Webs jumped in earlier. Good to see you, G-Webs. Check his channel out, guys. I'll try to get over there from time to time and say hello. Big Al Critter was with us, which I called Info Bros. Big Al, Bending Ballistics was with us earlier. Appreciate you being here, guys. GGW Reloading, can't forget him. He's a regular. D-Dub. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I mean, you don't know what it means to you guys to come here. It gives us at least something to do here, and we can spend time together. And I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Pat in the bunker come in earlier. I didn't notice that. I must have overlooked that. It's funny when you get to talking, sometimes you don't notice that. 919, not long ago. Appreciate Pat in the bunker being here. Let's see who else. Hasbro over here in the box. Critter, I think Info Bros. I think that's about it. I'm scrolling fast. Bear with me, guys. Georgia Trapping. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog and Tim S. I know I got you all now. Appreciate you being here. God bless and good night. Sorry I got carried away a little bit on the Second Amendment, but hey, have a good one. Reload. And hope to catch you next Thursday, guys. God bless.
See you guys.